It's September 5th, 2014. Thank you for the belch, Mr. Knapp. And this
Well,
is...
she said it was me.
I fucking know it was you. And this is your Fortean Slip News. I could hear ice chips in that burp. That's how I knew.
Jeez. As a public service announcement, the Fortean Slip is going to tell you now that we are all going to die. IFLscience.com. An asteroid that has been discovered just days ago will approach closer than the moon this weekend. An asteroid 2014 RC, nicknamed Pitbull, will be making its closest approach to Earth on Sunday, September 7th. This 20-meter wide asteroid will be passing just 40,000 kilometers, or 25,000 miles away, which is roughly a tenth of the average distance to the moon. Two observatories independently observed. I need to go back to school. Two observatories independently observed the asteroid just days ago during Labor Day weekend. Don't freak out. The asteroid doesn't pose a threat. NASA also reports that it will also be just out of reach from weather and communication satellites in high Earth and geosynchronous orbits. There are over 11,000 near-Earth objects whizzing by at any given time, so it's not completely unprecedented that one would come this close. The SLOOH Community Observatory reports that if the asteroid were to hit us, it would cause more damage than the impact in some sort of place in Russia in 2013. Thankfully, that's nothing we have to worry about.
There's nothing to worry about. Nickname Pitbull. We call this asteroid Doomsday Bringer, but there's nothing to freak out about.
Yeah, astronomers are taking advantage of this close approach and will use the opportunity to track the asteroid and determine if it's possible that Pitbull will pose a threat in the future. Unfortunately, the asteroid is too small to be seen with the naked eye and will be moving too fast to be spotted by the average amateur's telescope. But that doesn't mean you won't be able to catch a glimpse of it. The folks at SLOOH will be doing a live webcast as Pitbull makes its near approach. And you can watch it right on IFLscience.com.
Gonna come real close.
Real close.
Closer than the moon.
And in our next story from humanism.org.uk, the British Humanist Association and Witchcraft and Human Rights Information Network, or WHRIN, are being sued by wealthy evangelical preacher and witch hunter Helen Ukpabio. Is that how you pronounce that, Chris?
Fucked if I know.
Witch hunter.
Witch hunter.
Still have those?
Mm-hmm. UKPABIO, Ukpabio, I think. Whatever. Who has dubbed herself a lady apostle. She claims to have expertise in identifying children and adults who are possessed with witchcraft spirits and how they can be delivered from those spirits. Her lawyers have informed the BHA and WHRIN that she is launching a legal case against them due to their criticism of her teachings and methods. Claiming to be a former witch herself, the Nigerian founder of the Liberty Foundation Gospel Ministries has been accused of exploiting superstitious beliefs around demonic possession, which can, and often does, result in the endangering of vulnerable children. The BHA has called for her and others like her to be banned from coming to the UK on the grounds that they are a threat to the child welfare and their practices are not conducive to the public good.
You don't understand. I come with witchcraft.
Her legal case against the BHA is based on her stating that she wrote that a child under the age of 2 who is possessed with black and red vampire witchcraft spirits...
We must cut out her clit.
...can be identified by features such as screams at night, cries, is always feverish, suddenly deteriorates in health, puts up an attitude of fear, and may not feed very well. Her teachings are to the effect that babies under the age of 2 who exhibit signs of illness or standard entirely normal childhood behaviors, such as crying, not eating well, and screaming at night, may be possessed by
This
vampire
woman has a
witchcraft
normal
spirits.
vagina. She must be possessed by Satan.
She also teaches that children who stamp their feet may be trying to make signs to communicate with gnomes. The witchcraft spirit in charge of the earth. Gnomes, that is. She claims that the BHA misrepresented her by saying that she ascribed these symptoms to satanic possession, and hence has damaged her reputation and livelihood to the sum of £500 million. I do not know what that translates into dollars.
And children that draw with crayons may be trying to summon Beelzebub.
That's right.
I think they are. From the Belfast Telegraph.co.uk. A fan of the show, David Attenborough, reveals his Yeti ambitions.
A fan of our show?
Yes, I'm sure David Attenborough listens to this show.
Sir David.
I forgot to put the sir in front of that. I think he'd be offended. He probably doesn't listen anymore now. Sir David Attenborough has traveled the world bringing some of nature's most amazing animals to our screen. But there is still one creature he would like to find, the abominable snowman. The veteran naturalist and broadcaster who is presenting a new series called David Attenborough's Natural Curiosities on Watch, I guess that's the television network, Watch, said there were 1 or 2 mythical creatures he would like to find. He said, I wouldn't mind finding the abominable snowman for a start. There is still a mystery about the abominable snowman. There are teeth that were found back in the 1920s. Huge molar teeth. Huge molar teeth about 6 times the size of ours. Immense things. They were found in a Chinese druggist store and undoubtedly are the teeth of a giant ape that must have lived relatively recently itself.
Immense things. And must have come out of a horse's mouth.
Oh.
Giant ape that must have lived recently itself and that could have been the abominable snowman. The legendary creature, which is also known as the Yeti, is often described as a giant ape, and sightings have been reported in the Himalayan region of Nepal and Tibet. David said...
I thought it was a bear now.
Well, not if Sir David Attenborough says it's not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sir David trumps Brian Sykes any day of the week.
Okay.
He's like 100 years older than Brian Sykes, so he's been around a lot longer.
I'm down.
Sir David said, I don't say I necessarily believe in it. I'm saying that there is evidence, and of course, one of the very difficult things ever to do is prove a negative, to prove that it doesn't exist. The broadcaster who said he was also absolutely fascinated by fleas, that's what it says, will examine the lives of creatures including leopards and ravens in the new series.
Wow. Hey, I want to share a text message that I got with you gentlemen, like right now, because it kind of...
Is this like...
It kind of relates.
This is breaking news.
This isn't breaking news. Like, this is something I already knew, but just that it was brought to my attention by a...
Before we get into this text message, it's not going to damage anybody's reputation or anything of that nature.
No, nobody's nobody's
Read
name.
It. Go for it.
No, I received a text message from a friend of mine who said, I am watching a show right now on Squatches. Why is everybody that's seen one seem like a complete train wreck? Yeah.
Matt?
It's part of the deal. I mean...
Being that you've seen one. No.
Right. I mean, what kind of person is going to go out looking for a Squatch that's not a train wreck?
There you go. Ta-da.
I agree.
I thought it was comical. And poignant,
our,
since you were talking about the Yeti.
right.
Yes.
And now our final story is completely off topic and has nothing to do with any Fortean subject at all. Well, maybe it does. Brother and sister arrested for fucking in a church parking lot. Yes,
that's not what the headline says.
I guarantee you that's what it's on Gawker.com. I guarantee you that is what the headline says. Christopher Buckner. Oh, yes, and they identify them, too. That's pretty cool. 20 years old. And her her name is Christopher? I bet you it's Christine. I bet you that's a misprint. Christine or Christopher Buckner, 20, and her half-brother Timothy Savoy, 25, were arrested by Effingham County, Georgia police after they
Effingham? Come on, Steve. This is fake as shit.
This is not a fake. Gawker is a reliable news source.
Arrested in Effingham.
Effingham County, Georgia. Look it up. Anyway, they were arrested after they admitted to having had sex 3 times in a tractor trailer parked outside of a church. The two apparently told the officer
Church of Incestual Gospel.
The two apparently told the officer
We
that
were
they had
knocking
decided.
it back right in that trailer over there.
The two apparently told the officer that they decided to have sex after watching The Notebook. I'm not familiar with that, but I'm sure some of you are. The spokesman said deputies answered a call at about 4:30 a.m. about a prowler in the area of Hester Road and Georgia 30. As deputies
Sexual prowler.
As deputies were checking the area, they saw a man and a woman walking down the road. The male said he was walking the female back to her house. And somehow, deputies determined that the pair were brother and sister and that they had just had sex in a Kenworth tractor trailer, which is parked at Countryside Baptist Church, they said. According to WJCL, the two were charged by police with incest, sodomy, and prowling.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't even know you could be charged with it. Well, prowling, yes.
Sodomy. That's a good one.
Well, it is Georgia. Anyway, fellas, that is the news.
So not only was he banging his sister, I'll just do it there.
I wish, here's the part of this story. Part of the story I don't get is they, I'm just walking my sister home, and the deputy automatically determines that they just had sex in a Kenworth tractor trailer, which was parked at the Countryside Baptist Church.
From where?
Yeah.
My Kenworth parked over at the church.
Hey.
What are you doing there?
Gentlemen, let's not judge.
Hey, to each his own.
It's a new age.